We just made it to Taco Chinoz and we're about to interview Clinton Portis of the Washington Redskins, or Commanders. The spot is down here next to a Ben Gong's tea. What are your favorite items? I think we should rate just the best.
Our best seller would probably be the beef birria, the Carne Asada. My favorite would definitely be the steak taco, the lobster taco, and then the spicy chicken. You can do them individually.
Steak taco, okay.
I load mine together.
But lobster on a taco, I will say that's the first one I've ever had that.
Amazing. All of them combined. You bite into it, it's just damn, that's lobster.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's steak.
Yeah. How did you get into this business? Like tacos specifically, this is like a Korean / Mexican restaurant, and on my guess, you're not either.
I'm actually mixed. I'm Mexican, Korean, and
Are you
African-American.
really?
No.
Oh, bro, that would have been crazy, bro.
Some friends of mine, we were always going to Korean barbecue. I started taking a liking to it, started trusting them with the food. Then the idea came about. And then when I started tasting the food,
it's fire.
I'm like, what?
It's fire. Hell
yeah, you know, it was a good twist.
Okay.
Different, unique, and then the atmosphere, I think, is what really take it over. You know, the food is really good.
This place is very vibey. The food just came out. If we can take this to the car, that would be great. And we're gonna steal a menu too. That's fine. $15.59 for this.
Told you.
What would you give it? Let me preface this by saying I'm hypercritical of Korean because I'm Korean.
For me, I would give that an 8.
I was gonna go 7.4.
If you got a 74 in class, you pass.
That's true. Just so you know, my rating scale generally, 7s typically mean this is a neighborhood favorite. You could frequent this place and go. 8s are would you drive out the way for this?
For someone who hasn't experienced this,
oh yeah,
they should be willing to drive out of the way.
I agree. Beef burrito taco, $5.50 for this.
Man, that's a lot of talking. I'm trying to get the business. I'm trying to handle business over here.
Let's do it, bro. I like that you guys give these skirts, cheese skirts. It's a pleasure of mine. Back in the day, you used to do these costumes. How'd you come up with that? I mean, at the time, people weren't being outrageous on social media before.
Social media wasn't out.
Exactly. So it's kind of again, you were a content creator back in the day. You were giving all these news outlets a way to be interesting.
It was just my personality showing. It wasn't even for the camera. So it was innocent. It wasn't even for their attention.
Right.
The first week that I did it, I think even my teammates, especially the old linemen, were looking at me like this boy is messed up in the head.
Yeah, how old were you when you started doing it?
At 24, 25.
So again, it's you were in the league for 3 years.
Yeah, it was year 4. I think it was my second year here.
Okay.
First 2 years.
So you weren't a kid though at the time?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen Jared McCain. He's a basketball player, TikTok star.
With the 76ers.
Yeah.
So I see his basketball game. I think he
backs it up.
Yeah, I think he's one of those players that's going to be on his way. I'm not familiar with his TikToks. I don't have TikTok. I think as a basketball player, he's pretty good.
So of all of the characters that you played, which one would you say would be the best food reviewer? Who would you want to use to review some food on social media? Right now, you can experiment with a bunch of different stuff. It'd be cool to bring back a character and review some food. You know what I mean?
Probably Coach Janky Spanky. I think he was more of the opinionated one.
Okay.
So he had it figured out how things should have been and how this should have been cooked and how it should have been fried and how that skirt should have fit. So I think it would have been Coach Janky Spanky.
I was hoping you were going to say the Napoleon Dynamite one.
Oh,
I love that. I love those movies, and that's it takes a certain person to think that humor is funny.
Listen,
so
Napoleon Dynamite stayed on my TV probably for a year, just in replay. Every time you came in the house, it was just on one of the TVs playing. And this was back in the day. I love Napoleon. Uncle Rico was my favorite.
Uncle Rico's hilarious. He could have made it to the league, bro. He could have made it.
He could throw this taco clean over those mountains.
Yeah. I say for the birria, what would you go first?
Now that I'm learning your scale, will I drive out of the way for this beef birria? I'm not out of the way for that. Yeah. So I would say a 7.
Okay, I was gonna go 7.7. It's higher than the other one, but it's going up.
Yeah.
It's going up.
So
you know what I mean?
if you giving that a 7.7, we got some luck.
Yeah, exactly.
I got something for you to drive out your way. Yeah, I got
good. This looks hella good. 7.7 on the Birria. The Carne Asada taco, $6 for this.
Mind you, this is my favorite, so I'm gonna already have a bias.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I like that you guys use flour. I just really like the cheese skirt. I'd say it's above average steak. So you were in the NFL before. You're now doing business ventures. Is this your first venture, or you got your hands in a lot of different types of businesses?
First venture.
Really? Are you actively looking for other ones, or is this?
Of course.
You want to perfect this one, like one thing at a time. That's kind of how I operate.
Perfect this, get it right, consistency, learn.
Right.
A lot of us, we don't learn and we get involved. Learn before you do anything.
Right.
Learn how to sweep, learn how to fix the bathroom.
Yeah, because once you understand everything, you know whether or not you're getting ripped off for certain services, right? At least for the content that I film. I mean, when I hire editors, I know how long it takes to do something. And then when people are billing you by the hour, it's like, I know what it takes, so why are you billing me so much? Would you say there's a lot of transferable skills from like being in the league to like getting into business now? Being an
Yeah,
entrepreneur?
because you got to break it down. It's one play at a time. You know, it's like one taco at a time. You could have one amazing taco and the other one burnt. What's the review going to be? Consistency.
I'm about to give a score on this one. What do you give this one? This is your favorite, right?
This, fresh off the grill, I would go out the way for this and the next one that we're going to eat.
All right. Would you travel on a plane? That's like 9s.
I'm traveling on a plane.
Okay.
I have
All right,
to
so
travel on a
what
plane.
would you give this
I
out of
flew
10?
up here from Charlotte to do this.
Okay,
so
well-
I'm traveling on a plane.
That's true. What would you give this out of 10?
Honest and fair. No, so
You got people flying in from LA,
This
all
is-
places to try this.
we do. Now, this is the disclaimer.
Okay.
We're trying these separate.
Right.
Before we tried these separate, I told you I mix. So mine would have had the lobster steak and the spicy chicken all in one.
You got to put that on the menu.
It is. It's going to be on the menu.
Okay.
So mine would have had the combination.
So that'd be
So
in the
when
9.
you say that would have been in the 9, like
Okay.
for me to land and get all of this flavor in one bite
Right.
is worth it.
Right, right.
But we're trying just for purposes
Right.
of everyone else's experience.
Right.
We're trying it different. That's why I said if we're gonna try this my way,
Right.
like my way gonna knock your socks off because you're gonna get all of those flavors.
We did get that though, right?
Yeah, but all of them aren't mixed. Like
Okay.
we can do all this in one.
All right. We'll go
And
try
it's
that
amazing.
after.
Yeah.
I will tell you where I would put this though.
8.1.
Yeah.
What you give it?
Exactly. 8-1. 8-1.
I'm rating
8-1.
food. Call me.
For some reason, I just really like flour tortillas. People hate me for saying that, but it's like Tex-Mex, you know? People think that things need to stay authentic. I kind of like the fusion.
You can go to Taco Bell and get authentic. Make tacos, right?
Taco Bill.
Taco Bell.
Oh, Taco Bell. My bad. I was like, I thought that was a new restaurant. Dude.
No.
Next, we got the shrimp taco.
The lobster taco. I just told you
Lobster?
what go
Okay.
hand to hand.
Okay.
Steak and lobster.
That's true.
Surf and
Surf and
turf.
turf. Surf and
all
turf.
right.
I feel
Let's
that.
not get your flavor
right.
all over.
I got you, bro. The lobster taco. $10.50 for this. You guys put a decent amount of lobster in there.
Come check us out, baby.
That's better than the steak.
See? I knew you was gonna say that.
You know why? Because I just like having pickled vegetables with like savory meats. That was good.
I was about to raise the roof,
Yeah.
but I don't want to knock the window out.
But for a lot of people, they would say that this is too expensive. But considering it's lobster, I would pay $10 for
It's
this.
fresh lobster. Lobster chunks, not little lobster shreds. Lobster chunks. That alone can get you full.
That's good.
You pay $10 for a Happy Meal. I'm happy with my meal. $10.
You've lived in a bunch of different cities. Which city would you say has the best food scene? So you've lived in like Mississippi, Miami, and then Denver, then Washington, or DMV.
I stayed out in Scottsdale for a couple years.
Ooh, that's fun.
The place that I loved that took over, because Mississippi was an hour and a half away from New Orleans. So I used to love going to New Orleans to eat.
I've never been.
And
The food scene's supposed to be crazy.
It used to be before Katrina. But now that New Orleans is kind of removed, Baltimore has the best food.
You think?
Of course, New York.
I mean, they got the best fans, but the food. I mean, the food.
Baltimore got some amazing food.
I'd say they got some of the best value food. I'd say Atlanta be before Baltimore though. You been to Atlanta? Atlanta.
I'm always in Atlanta. Atlanta food.
You don't think they got good food?
What restaurant are you crazy about in Atlanta?
Magic City.
Yeah,
they got wings,
some basic. They got some hell of a wings.
Yeah, no, I rated those in the 9s.
Yeah,
they actually shut down like a section for me to do a review in there.
Oh yeah, they got outstanding wings.
Yeah, yeah.
I only had the wings. I never been in Magic City.
Yeah.
They used to bring the wings outside.
I went there just for the wings.
So it was no dancers.
I went in with it. I was with my fiance though.
You tried the Lou Wills?
I like the Uncle Jeff better than the Lou Will. The Lou Will was good. It's a little too sweet for me, but they're good. They got some good wings.
Can't go wrong with Magic City, man.
What would you get this?
8.
I was surprised you with this one. I go 8.6.
Curtains.
I'll actually come back and take my dad to that. My dad's a huge lobster guy.
Oh, we go.
It's not a steak unless there's lobster next to it.
Surf and turf is on the menu.
That was fire.
But you're gonna love these just because I know you like shrimp.
I love
shrimp. You're
shrimp.
gonna love these.
8.6 on the lobster.
I'm full of.
I'm eating all of it.
You know, you still got.
Oh, I gotta eat that one too. I'm gonna eat this just to let you know that I ate everything.
I don't know how you do it.
Do you think 2 hours a day is enough working out to like actually work this off? Like, how many calories were you eating when you were actually like training, like full time?
I was eating whatever I wanted to eat.
But you didn't track it. You just ate when you were hungry.
So this is a misunderstanding of sports. Psychology. What LeBron do?
Yeah, he got food scientists and he got
that's strictly
personal
for
chef.
LeBron. That gets the best out of him. That doesn't work for everyone.
Okay.
Some of the dudes that I know that were the bigger, stronger, faster, ripped weight room guys was trash on the field.
Right.
Some of the guys that bodies looked flimsy and flexibility was like, damn, he didn't even really stretch.
Right.
That's what works for him. That's how he get max performance.
Right.
And then those same guys, when they started stretching or when they started working out, play decline. But people don't understand that. It's like when you have kids coming out of college and they're doing something really good and then they get to the next level and it's like, well, let's change this. Well, when you change this, you're changing something else. You don't change one thing at a time. Okay, you changed this mechanic, but you messed up my head.
Yeah, that's what happened to Ben Simmons.
That's what happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, like what's going on with that? The 76ers just be doing that to people. Like Markelle Fultz was like that.
And then look, he went to Orlando and was playing good ball. You're drafting me for what you've seen, and then once you get here, you're changing me. That's why a lot of people don't succeed. You're making me be something that I'm not comfortable with.
So you're saying the trainers aren't actually fit to be trainers?
I'm not saying
like, what exactly
it's
are
just
the qualifications for these? Like,
it's for you to develop players. Everybody won't final package or, oh yeah, I know what you're supposed to do. That's not what I'm supposed to do. You got to make sure I'm comfortable. You got to make sure Kobe mentality isn't on every player to come around.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to tap into this kid the best way you can to relate to him. And I think you got to stop forcing people to do it your way. And you got to learn their way and grow them.
Right. So what you're saying is when it comes to the calories, so long as you're getting the work in and you're burning that off, like you don't need to spend a bunch of mental energy towards tracking every little thing.
You know the best way to burn calories?
Walk.
Sex.
I mean, probably, yeah, there's a lot. But, you know.
Heart rate, sky high.
For me, it's like a 2-minute workout, so.
Best 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Whole lot of calories burned.
You're burning. Why don't they tell you that?
Right. I feel like there's a lot of temptation when you're in the league, though, right? It's like you get addicted. Like there's real addicts. Like they can actually promote it from like a public policy standpoint.
It's real addicts in everything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's real addicts in everything.
I get addicted to the lobster.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're food addicts right now.
Right, right.
So it's addicts. Everything can be addictive if you consume too much.
Right. You're getting tired, right? It's a lot.
It's not getting tired. I'm stuffed.
Shrimp taco, $6.25 for this.
And you like shrimp.
There's a lot of breading though.
You don't even taste that breading.
I'm gonna check out the shrimp.
$6.25.
I was just about to pull that out. It's not because it's me though, right? I'm just wondering. I will say the quantities are crazy. The quantities in general. I'm getting stuff.
We're not selling dreams. We sell food. All right. We want you to be full when you leave here.
I can see why you like Baltimore's food scene though, because they have a lot of like good value, good quantity, just general like good flavor foods.
Baltimore got sleeper spots.
What's your go-to in Baltimore?
It's a diner. It might be called the Diner.
Oh man, that's gonna be hard to find. That's gonna be so hard to find, bro.
The night before, I had some of the best crab cakes I ever had in my life. And I was raving about it. Like, man, these crab cakes are crazy.
Well, yeah, Baltimore's the spot for it, yeah.
They said, if you think these are crazy, wait till tomorrow. I said, there's no way you got some more crab cakes that's gonna top these. Like, these are the best crab cakes I ever had. The next day, the crab cake, it was no bread. Like, I don't even know where the bread was in this crab cake.
That's good.
It was
no
all
filler,
all man, lump. It was so good.
How much was it? How much was it though? This is probably like.
Oh, I was with the owner of the restaurant.
True.
So it was like I was food tasting for him.
Right.
But it was crazy, and it would have been worth whatever you had to pay for it.
So the diner in Baltimore, best crab cakes in Baltimore. I'll be there. I'll pull up and I'll rate them.
I'm gonna send you the info on social media. I'll find it on my social media and send it to you.
Okay. You know, you're like a DMV legend. You know, like the Eastern Motors commercial. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everyone from the DMV knows that commercial. How was that whole experience? How'd you get the gig? Did you have to do any prep for it?
It was no prep. I still remember like the first commercial we did, me, LeVar, Lavernius, Coles. I just remember being in the car, like everybody else's energy was kind of low, like, man, I'm about to turn up, like, you know. And it took off. The little jingle took off. Everything about it kind of sped up. And from that point on, you know, it was just like I got really cool with the owner, Robert Basson. You know, it was a good run. And then, you know, they just went through change and kind of outgrew each other. But it was a great, you know, great relationship, great experience. And like you said, it's a classic.
Right. You know, to this day, on their YouTube channel, that's the second most viewed video that they have. It has like 500,000 views on YouTube. People still looking it up. People still commenting on that video.
So what's the first
to this day? It's probably like an ad that they pumped up. They probably put ad dollars behind it. It was not good. It was like a general explanation of what Eastern Motors is.
I couldn't see anything else like topping that.
Yeah, definitely not. DMV legends.
Bro, the fact that you ate all of this food.
This is what I do, bro. I just out-ate Clinton Portis. Nah, I'm lying. He had 3 tacos before I even showed up. That's all I've eaten.
His plate, my plate.
It's crazy.
Where would you go on that one?
What do you think first?
It's an 8.2.
I was gonna go 8.3. I think it's better than the steak, but not as good as that lobster. The lobster is definitely the sleeper. I don't know if I can try the collection of stuff.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta try the collection.
Maybe I'll come back and make like a short form video on the collection. We'll do another collab.
When you try the collection, which will be on the menu by the time this come out, CP Special, we're going to come up with a name for it. But if you were to walk in today and you just said the CP Special, Chef Richard, they know what you're looking for. So the shrimp, the lobster, the spicy chicken, the steak, all of it.
Gotta try all of them.
You could put this on a burrito.
Do you eat it like that? Do you put rice in your burritos?
Yes.
Really?
And then you just put the hot sauce in to where it's soaked into your burrito. So when you bite into it, you gotta close your eyes and turn your head to the side like, damn. You really gotta enjoy the flavor of it all.
I think that's what I was craving, a little bit of like a spice. We should have asked for hot sauce. My bad, that was me.
Hot sauce was in the window. I just thought you wanted I put hot sauce on everything.
You do? So, yeah, me too.
Yeah, I gotta put hot sauce on everything.
Damn, I should have got the hot sauce. Let me try this last one. What do they call this? This looks the most Korean.
This is really authentic. And
or Japanese.
Chef Richard made it. It's raw fish, so instantly I'm out on that. So I can't try it.
My mom's that way too. Why? Have you had a bad experience?
Nah, I'm not into sushi. Look at that crunch.
That's a good crunch.
That sound damn near like Crunchy Munch.
That is crunchy.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Last couple of questions. For people that are aspiring to be in the restaurant industry, do you have any tips for them? Or are you just like too new to it?
I would say believe in your product and love it. Everybody get into things for money. And when you start thinking, make more money, you lose the reason you got into it. Most of the time when you start something, it's because this is what you like, this is why you're doing it.
Right.
Then you realize you can make money. But then when you start making, like, you start cutting corners to make more money, you lose the authenticity. You lose the reasoning that you're
like
originally
why you got into it in the first place.
Believe in you. You know, you don't have to, I can get this cheaper and I got to get this out faster.
That's the issue with most businesses now. It's like everyone's cutting corners to make it as cheap as possible, get the highest margins.
If you think of KFC, KFC used to be the best place. Like, they had the kill,
KFC
they had
never
spicy
been at
chicken.
Popeyes. First of all,
I agree, but
Okay,
Popeyes is not the same anymore.
Okay. This is still
Popeyes
fire.
used to have spicy. No, Popeyes used to have spicy chicken, and it was real spice. Now you don't know if you got spicy or regular.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Both of them taste the same. Go back to what you said. Why give me two options if both of them taste the same?
Right.
KFC had the best hot wings that you could find. You go and change them. Now you don't even sell hot wings anymore.
Right.
But you change what worked forever. You change what built you up. You know.
So it's kind of like a quality over quantity type thing.
Yeah, like, stick with quality. If you notice, all food tastes the same.
Yeah, that's true.
What's
I mean,
the
this is
point?
pretty unique.
Yeah.
I can see this thriving in Baltimore. Why'd you pick Centreville?
It's huge.
This would do
Korean.
well in Baltimore.
Well, we want to expand
Right.
all over the DMV. But this was like the market, the area. It's a lot of Koreans out here. Me, myself, I like to tell people I'm Mexican, Korean, and African American.
You fooled me for a second. I was like looking at you like, maybe? I don't know, bro. That's crazy. So it just made the most financial sense, I guess, in a way.
It was just a start, man. Like, it's a good start. Everybody got to start somewhere.
Right.
It's only, when you only got one opportunity, this is where it is. But we hope to get into Baltimore and surrounding areas. Like, we want to be throughout the DMV.
So do you have any advice for just like young athletes, I guess? Aren't you like a motivational speaker too?
Yeah,
I saw that you do that on the side.
I think the advice for young athletes
that want to get into business, like I feel like nowadays, like, 19-year-olds just get into league. They're building a business mind early on, like save, invest, like do that kind of stuff.
I think that hurts more than it helps. And this is the reason why I say that. I don't care what you invest in, what your next business is.
Right.
You don't go and find, you look at Juan Soto. He just got $700 million for hitting the baseball. That's his main source of income.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what he go invest in. It's gonna be hard to make $750 million off anything else.
That's crazy.
He might get a team or something down the line and voila. But just as an investment into something, it's hard to find something that's gonna make you $700.
But you gotta like diversify your income, right?
What do you need to diversify? What do you need to invest in?
What if something happens, right? Like what if you get injured or I don't know.
MLB is guaranteed.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I should look into the MLB contracts a little more.
MLB is guaranteed money.
Yeah, that's wild.
If he go out and his arm fall off today, they on the ropes for him. So I would tell young athletes to stop looking ahead for what's next and focus on what's now.
Focus on what's in front of you.
Everybody is creating
It's valid.
a out. Oh, this is my out. But your out comes quicker in that aspect when you're thinking about it. And you focus on your craft.
Yeah.
And that's going to get you to where you need to be.
That was lit.
Hey, that's what I'm telling you, man. Focus on your craft.
So that was okay. This was probably tied with this.
I would never know about that.
Yeah.
But
7-3. It's quality though. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely not like grocery store sushi. It's good.
I have zero input on that. I can't eat it. I don't touch it. I can't think about it. But for us to get 3 8s.
Yeah.
We got 3 8s out of you today.
Overall, at a restaurant, as a whole, I'd say the restaurant's like an 8-1. 8-1, good enough to get into stadiums. What stadiums are you trying to get into?
So we need to be in every stadium around here.
Yeah.
We need to be in the Wizards, the Nats, the Redskins, the Commanders, not the Redskins. The Commanders.
I still say Skins.
I still say Skins too.
Yeah. I mean, you play. Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks so much for doing this with me.
No
it's been
problem,
sick
man.
talking to a DMV legend, man.
Hey, appreciate you.
Thank you, Clinton Portis, everyone.